The Dominion stands at attention. Zeus is speaking to the Hero Wars community. 2 new skins have entered the battlefield, but the numbers are hiding a much bigger strategic difference between Qing Mao and Adam. One strengthens a role you may already misunderstand, while the other could signal a shift in the physical meta. Watch this carefully. Qing Mao's Lunar Skin. So the Lunar Skin drops for Qing Mao, and the first time you see the numbers, it looks like a big one. Around 14,000 extra physical attack, and honestly, that's a serious boost. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's nothing. It's a real buff. The question is, where does all that extra power actually go once the fight begins? To answer that, you have to understand how Qing Mao actually wins. It's not the flashy dragon. It's not the big cinematic ultimate. It's her basic attack, that simple, repeated swing most people barely notice. Every time she connects, she strips armor from the enemy. That makes the next hit stronger, which strips more armor, which makes the hit after that even stronger. She's a snowball. Qing Mao starts slow, but once that cycle gets rolling, she becomes terrifying, and the entire engine is built around that one humble attack. So when Luna pumps up her attack, it's feeding the exact hit that carries her whole game plan. Her basic attack gets the full value of the skin, climbing from about 90,000 to 104. Her dragon ultimate hits harder too, each strike rising from around 37 to 41,000, and the rest of her kit follows. Those abilities gain slightly less, for a simple reason: they carry a large amount of fixed damage that doesn't scale with attack. But the part that matters most gets everything. Now let me be straight with you, because you know I always am. There are 2 things this skin does not improve, and I don't want anyone spending stones based on a fantasy. First is her health-based claw. That skill tears through a percentage of the enemy's health, and it doesn't care about her attack stat. So Luna simply passes right over it. No change? If that's the part of Qing Mao you value most, this isn't the upgrade you're looking for. And then there's the bigger question: why is Qing Mao actually on your team? For most of you, it's not her damage. It's her armor penetration. That's the real job. She's the one cracking the enemy open so the rest of your team can pour damage through. That's why she earns her spot. So think of Luna as extra power on top of a hero who's already doing her job, not a reason to suddenly turn Qing Mao into a main carry she was never designed to be. Here's the good news, though. Her penetration already sits around 37,000, high enough that against most of the roster, that extra attack lands at full value. She's tearing their armor apart before the damage even matters. Only the real heavyweights can shrug some of it off. And even there, the moment she ults, her artifact adds 50,000 more penetration, rips their armor wide open, and the full hit goes straight through. So that supposed weak against tanks window, it barely lasts a few seconds. Give her a healer who keeps her alive, add a crit buff, and that snowball gets even uglier. Luna doesn't reinvent Qing Mao. It sharpens a blade you already trust, making a hero you already run hit cleaner, harder, and more consistently. Adam's Beach Skin. Now Adam. And I want you to feel the difference here, because this is a completely different conversation. The beach skin gives him a smaller number on paper, around 7,000 attack. Less than Qing Mao? And I already know some of you are going to see that number and move on. Don't. Because this is exactly where the numbers can be misleading. Qing Mao's skin was adding damage to a support. Adam's skin goes straight into a carry. Killing is the reason he exists. That means the boost doesn't get divided between damage and utility, or wasted supporting some other role. Every point goes directly into the part of Adam that ends fights. And on the right hero, A smaller number in the right place beats a bigger number in the wrong place every single time. But here's the part that makes me smile. Adam doesn't just take that boost and sit on it, he builds on it. His adaptive caliber passive stacks his attack every time he fires, around 4700 a shot. So after just 2 clean hits, his own kit has already stacked back more than the entire skin gave him, right on top of it. The skin hands him the head start, Adam snowballs from there under his own power. The longer the fight continues, the more dangerous he becomes. That isn't a side effect. That's his entire identity. Think about how his fights actually play out. Early on, against some armored wall, many of his shots are still getting absorbed by that defense. But every shot pushes his penetration higher. Then higher again. Until suddenly, he starts punching clean through, and the target begins disappearing. The beach skin doesn't change that story. It simply starts him further up the hill. He reaches the breakthrough faster, and once he's there, he hits harder than before. His basic attack gets the full boost. His ultimate alone gains almost 18,000 damage. Only one small corner of his kit sits this one out, the part of his passive that scales from his health instead of his attack. Everything else is getting fed. And don't sleep on the timing, either. Adam is a physical carry arriving in a meta that's been drowning in magic and control for months. He's part of that slow, quiet return of physical teams, the tide beginning to turn back. This one skin doesn't flip the entire board by itself, but it makes a hero who was already worth watching hit noticeably, meaningfully harder. So there it is. 2 skins, 2 completely different heroes. Qing Mao's Lunar is a bonus on a hero you primarily bring for penetration. Adam's Beach goes straight into a carry's core and then snowballs through his own kit. If you're sitting there wondering where those stones should go, that difference right there is your answer. So there you have it. Qing Mao's Lunar Skin strengthens the penetration-based role she already performs, while Adam's Beach Skin feeds directly into a physical carry, who can snowball harder as the fight goes on. 2 skins, 2 very different investments, and knowing that difference is where the real value is. Now I want to hear from you. Are you investing in Qing Mao, Adam, both, or saving your stones for something better? Drop your strategy in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next battlefield analysis. The meta never waits, so stay sharp, spend wisely, and make every upgrade count. I'll see you on the battlefield.